Hello, my dears. Welcome. I am Sitara, ranked top 5 female psychic in the U.S. I am feeling a little bit under the weather today, so that's what the voice is about. I'm really excited to bring this idea or this concept to you. I want to talk about consistency and showing up. Because there are a few things in my world or in my life that would not have happened if I did not show up. And I know that there are a few points or opportunities also that were missed because I didn't show up and intuitively felt that call or that need to go in that direction or put my focus or intention in one way to be able to make something happen, to be able to create a circumstance for myself that would open a door that would lead to something else. So have you ever had the feeling, a really strong feeling or a really strong sensation that you needed to go somewhere, that you just don't really know why, but you just had, I call them intuitive pings, so you had a ping to go somewhere? The type of consistency and showing up that I'm talking about is actually that. It isn't necessarily that if you have a routine and you have this thing that you need to keep showing up for, and if that commitment is overriding your intuitive pings, if it's overriding what your natural flow and your natural sense of rhythm is encouraging you to do, then I highly, highly, highly recommend to check it. Check yourself, check your intuition, check how you relate to your internal compass, because that internal compass is going to lead you in the direction where things are going to work for you very quickly, very seamlessly, and very easily. So when we're talking about consistency and showing up, it is about building a foundation. You absolutely want to have a strong foundation, because if you don't have a strong or solid foundation, and I'm talking internal foundation within yourself, you have self-trust, you know what you're capable of. Maybe you want to reach for some challenges that are above and beyond what you've been able to do before, but you know that there's a circumstance there that's going to open new doors of possibilities for you. So when we're talking about consistency and showing up in that way, having a solid base, having a solid foundation is going to be something that gives you a strong launch pad, so that when you show up, you know who you are, you know what your goals are oriented to, you know what opportunities are going to serve you, because not all opportunities are meant or designed for you. Some opportunities are designed to show up so that you know when to listen to your gut and not settle, and know that something else is coming towards you or something else is coming into your life that's going to serve you on a higher level and on a higher or greater purpose. So again, the consistency and the showing up is creating a nice solid foundation, knowing who you are, having that solid faith in self-trust, confidence in your own consistency, confidence in your own capabilities. You know what you're capable of doing, you know where you want to be going, and then listening to those intuitive pings. I just had an idea or a memory of one that I wanted to share with you that was really important. Oh, here it is. I was actually going through quite a bit of internal turmoil, and this is when I was living in Bali. And I was sitting there and I was working with a friend of mine who had been helping me with Facebook ads, but we had become pretty close. And so we were sitting at this co-working spot. And as we were sitting at this co-working place, a group of friends that were co-working split up, and a couple of them were going to an NFT meeting. And they invited us, it was kind of like right place, right time sort of thing. And we were like, no, we'll pass. We just want to catch up and connect. And we sat there for about 2 more minutes. And we both just kind of looked at each other and had a moment where we said, wait, are you feeling to go to that? Excuse me, just a moment. I don't want to be coughing in your ear today. So we said, do you have a moment? Are do you want to go to that? So we ended up going up to this NFT meeting, met a great network of people. It was beautiful. my ideas, since I had a crypto background, started opening up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I see how this can work for my business. My Facebook ad account had been shut down. I had all sorts of challenges in that direction. And so I knew that the world of NFTs and crypto and all of that is, wildly uncensored. It's the wild, wild west of digital currencies. So I started learning a little bit more, and then I decided to call my friend who I had worked with in Los Angeles on another on another project, a global crypto project. And so I ended up calling him. This is, a week or so later, throwing around some ideas, getting some of his input. And then a week later, end up getting on the phone with him, and he was a friend that invited me to Dubai. So that was like a huge life-changing opportunity. And of course, maybe it could have come in another way, in another package. I do believe that when things are meant to be, they're meant to be. And so they will come. And simultaneously, the reason that I'm sharing this story is because we were just sitting in this co-working place. We just happened to be in the right place at the right time. We just happened to be invited, and we both had the intuitive ping to go listen and sit in on that meeting. That meeting ended up snowballing and bringing me to Dubai. So that's the kind of consistency and showing up that I'm talking about. The internal consistency of doing your meditative practices, staying in healthy functioning order, getting enough sleep, eating healthy foods. Excuse me. Like, you want to make sure that you have the basics and the base covered. It's funny that I'm saying this when I have post Christmas flu. But being able to, when you show up, know that when that opportunity comes, you can say yes. So that's the consistency. It's listening to the intuitive pings. And if you are not clear on receiving these intuitive pings, and if you're not clear on trusting your intuition, then that's where I would start. Start developing that sense of self. All right, my friends, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because I feel more coughs rumbling. But I hope that this story has served you well. I hope that when you feel those intuitive pings, you're able to listen and act on them very quickly, ready for the next steps for yourself. And with that, I will see you again tomorrow morning. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Mwah.